Welcome everyone. Lance Scurv here, the Scurv Podcast. We talk a lot about human nature, situations that are uncomfortable, and how to find our way out of them. And something that I find is a very common dilemma is how people can take advantage of your kindness. And you find out that there was resentment all along, but they got the benefit of your kind heart. That can sting, that can hurt, that type of betrayal. But the title of today's segment is Never Again Will They Enjoy the Goodness of You. Seeking revenge does not heal betrayal. And that's true. Because if you seek revenge, then your energy is focused on them who did you wrong. You have to flip it and realize you have to continue with your kind heart and your positive energy, but you have to be a little more careful who you budget that energy out to, and realize that they lost out on a good thing, and they will remember how kind you were to them. But like I just said, seeking revenge does not heal betrayal. So how do you get revenge without actually getting revenge and getting caught up in the lower vibrations? Well, let's put it this way. There comes a moment in life when the heart gets tired of bleeding for people who never valued the blood it gave. Not because love disappears, not because kindness dies, but because awareness finally wakes up. You woke up to it. That moment changes everything. It's not anger that transforms you, it's clarity. It's understanding. It's the realization that access to your goodness is a privilege, not a right. It's like the song years ago, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I know I can't sing that well, but I remember that song. And it's so true. Revenge feels powerful in the mind, but weak in the soul. It drains energy, lowers vibration, and keeps the spirit tied to the very people who tried to harm it. Seeking revenge does not heal betrayal. It does not restore peace. It does not rebuild trust. It only keeps wounds open and keeps your mind locked in a place you were meant to outgrow. The truth is simple. People who betray kindness were often resentful of it long before they harmed it. They accepted help while secretly hating the person giving it. But you had no clue. They took support while resenting the reminder that they needed it. They benefited from generosity while carrying bitterness toward the source of it. That's not misunderstanding. That's inner conflict living inside someone who cannot stand what they do not possess. Never again will they enjoy the goodness of you because they disqualified themselves. Not through one mistake, but through patterns of behavior that revealed their true heart. Not through one argument, but through repeated disrespect. Not through one argument, but through repeated disrespect. Not through one situation, but through consistent character flaws that showed they were not safe with what you carry inside. This is not about becoming cold. This is not about becoming bitter. This is not about becoming hard. This is about becoming selective. This is about discernment. This is about learning how to protect your spirit while staying true to who you are. This is about understanding that the ultimate revenge is not payback, but removal. When someone stabs you in the back symbolically, the real damage is not what they did. The damage comes from what happens inside of you if you let it. If you chase revenge, your energy drops, your focus shifts, your mind becomes occupied with people who no longer deserve space in your life. That is the trap. That is the theft. That's the hidden cost. Many people who betray kindness were already angry at it. They were resentful of the peace you carried. They were jealous of the stability you represented. They were irritated by your positivity. They benefited from your presence while secretly wanting to diminish it. They smiled while hating. They accepted while resenting. They used while judging. Ain't that deep? But it's true. The moment you understand this, revenge loses its power. You realize that your presence was the gift. Your support was the resource. Your energy was the value. Your love was the advantage. Removing yourself becomes the consequence. Silence becomes the boundary. Distance becomes the message. Absence becomes the lesson. Never again will they enjoy the goodness of you, because access is no longer free. Access is no longer automatic. Access is no longer based on history. Access is now based on character, consistency, respect, and emotional safety. The ultimate revenge is not destruction. It is denial of access. It is peace. It is growth. It is protection. When someone loses access to your support, your listening ear, your motivation, your encouragement, your financial help, your emotional strength, and your positive energy, trust me, they feel it. Not because you attacked them, but because they no longer benefit from you. The silence speaks. The distance teaches. The absence educates. They will miss the goodness, trust me. They will remember the help. They will feel the gap. They will notice the void, but they will no longer receive the supply. Cutting someone off does not have to be loud. It does not have to be dramatic. It does not have to be hateful. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's calm. Sometimes it's internal. Sometimes it's spiritual. Sometimes it's emotional. Sometimes it's energetic. It happens when you stop sharing your plans, when you stop explaining yourself, when you stop proving your worth, when you stop offering help, when you stop overextending, when you stop reaching out, when you stop seeking closure, when you stop reopening doors, when you stop revisiting old wounds, when you stop carrying their emotional weight. Energy washing happens when you reclaim your space, when you clean your thoughts, when you change your routines, when you shift your environment, when you guard your time, when you protect your peace, when you choose silence over chaos, when you choose growth over conflict, when you choose healing over hatred, when you choose elevation over revenge. You do not need rituals to cleanse energy. You need boundaries. You need discipline. You need distance. You need self-respect. You need clarity. You need discernment. Discernment grows when patterns become visible. Certain traits reveal themselves through behavior, not words. Some people show entitlement instead of gratitude. Some show manipulation instead of honesty. Some show victimhood instead of responsibility. Some show jealousy instead of support. Some show control instead of care. Some show dependency instead of partnership. Some show competition instead of collaboration. Some show resentment instead of appreciation. Some show deception instead of transparency. Some show selfishness instead of reciprocity. These traits always appear in one-sided relationships. One person gives, one person takes. One person supports, one person drains. One person builds, one person benefits. One person invests, one person consumes. One person grows, one person resents. The danger is not the person. The danger is the pattern. The danger is ignoring the signs. The danger is excusing behavior. The danger is explaining away red flags. The danger is confusing potential with character. The danger is mistaking history for loyalty. Some bridges should not be rebuilt, not because of anger, but because of wisdom. When someone burns a bridge, they made a choice. When someone destroys trust, they made a decision. When someone violates boundaries, they reveal themselves. Rebuilding access after betrayal teaches people that your boundaries are flexible and your standards are negotiable. Even institutions understand this. Trust is earned. Access is earned. Opportunity is earned. History matters. Patterns matter. Behavior matters. Character matters. Smiles do not equal trust. Words do not equal loyalty. Promises do not equal change. Apologies do not equal accountability. Access must be protected. The lesson is not to stop being kind. The lesson is to stop being careless with your kindness. The lesson is not to harden your heart. The lesson is to sharpen your discernment. The lesson is not to close off. The lesson is to filter. The lesson is not to isolate. The lesson is to select. Your goodness is not the problem. Your generosity is not the problem. Your compassion is not the problem. Your heart is not the problem. The problem is giving sacred access to unsafe people. Never again will they enjoy the goodness of you because you finally understand your value. Not in ego, but in awareness. Not in pride, but in peace. Not in anger, but in clarity. The ultimate revenge is living well. It is growing forward. It is healing deeply. It is rising higher. It is protecting your spirit. It is guarding your peace. It's preserving your energy. You do not need to destroy anyone to win. You do not need to hurt anyone to heal. You do not need revenge to feel whole. You do not need conflict to feel strong. The real power is moving on without bitterness. The real strength is walking away without hatred. The real victory is becoming unreachable to those who once drained you. And the truth will always remain the same. Never again will they ever enjoy the goodness of you. And that will always be the ultimate revenge. Please, I know this for a fact. I've practiced this, and it's done me well. And when you feel like doing something to someone because they betrayed you, think twice. If you seek revenge and you have that anger in your heart, I understand the anger that's in your heart, but you have to be mature enough to offset it. Because the satisfaction from knowing that they can never come to you to borrow money, that they can never ever come to you again for a listening ear or just a kind heart, that in itself is the ultimate revenge. Distance yourself, cut them off, not out of being bitter, but out of being wise with your time, because now you don't have to spend the time and energy on these entities who resent you for being the good person that you are in the first place. You know what? You can take that energy and you can rebuild a more satisfying life. You can take that energy and your expertise and focus it in on yourself to make you better. Trust me, it makes a huge difference. And when you do get good people in your life that have passed your discernment test, it'll be so rewarding to truly meet kindred spirits who have the same goals or similar goals, but want to live on that higher vibration and appreciate you for who you are and what you share and what you give, without the resentment of the lower vibration entities that found themselves around you only for opportunity. Because those entities, they will smile so strong. They'll have the strongest words. They'll try their best to align themselves with what they think are your principles, so you can take them in as one who is similar and is a kindred spirit. But they're opportunistic and they're frauds. And you know what? One day, the mask always falls off. Let the mask stay off, because pretty much when a person has character, or people have characters like this is not the first time. For them, so-called friends don't stay around very long. Even some members of their own family don't want to be bothered with them, because they know something that you at one time did not know. So leave it alone and leave them with their own poison and their own venom, but know that the distance will keep them from ever stabbing you in the back again, and they can live the life that karma brings to them. Anyway, I hope these words have helped you out, or just gave you a different perspective on something that I've learned very well. And I have all of my energy right now to focus on me and my family and what I need to do for my life, and we'll never get ripped off again on any level. And I want the same thing for you, because these snakes are definitely out here with a big smile on their face. Be careful. It's a shark-infested world, but it's a beautiful world. And as long as you can identify them and keep them away from you, you'll have a beautiful life. I look forward to doing more today. I wish you nothing but the best of health, peace of mind, and prosperity and success on your terms and on all levels. Let's move forward, because we have no time to spend on hopeless cases of these low vibrational energies. I hope you enjoy your day. I'm on to the next one. I'm looking forward to a positive day, and it's gonna happen. Much love to you all. Lance Scurv out. Peace.